And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Room here to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kalen Ballage, 72 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. There's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if some guys, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called...
And he's going to go down again.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Herndon's got it complete, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ballage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Bernardrick McKinney.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
4.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Darnold from the gun. That is into the hands of Perriman. Touchdown, Jets. Breshad Perriman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They'll run here with Balazs. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kalen Balazs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Jets 42, Texans nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
About 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made
from the 47. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Darnold doesn't like what he sees. He's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Not today, you are. Not today. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere, and so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, here's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson, he's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And the catch made by Johnson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Texans' 34-yard line.
Again, it's Ballage. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
McKinney on the tackle. It's a gain of 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the gun, Watson. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams able to get him for a loss of about 3.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
8-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
A gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up fourth down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quinnen Williams. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Bernard, 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll go again with Bell. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They give it off here to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.